Hey guys, Danny Johnson here, and today we're going to be talking about the export taillights. These are also known as the amber taillights, or the 1999 Cobra taillights, the 2000 Cobra R taillights, 2001 and 2002 Cobra taillights, and yes, there was an '02 Cobra, so check the link in the video description for that. But we're going to talk about the differences between them. There's actually two different versions that we now see, and I also have an install video. If you want to see that, I'll put the link in the description. You have to change a relay and some wiring, so it is pretty involved. But a friend of mine named Nick sent me some pictures of some that he got. He pulled these out and he looked and he compared them to some other ambers that he had, and the part numbers and everything was the same that he could find. But they were a little bit different than the other amber taillights, the ones that you've normally seen. So we're going to go over those differences today. And it was news to me too. I had never seen it before, but now that I noticed it, I found it on other cars, so we'll talk about that. So here's a regular amber taillight, and if you look around the amber section, it's still somewhat clear, right? You can see through the taillight. And so here's the ones that he had put on. So as you can see, around the amber section and the reverse light, there's a solid patch of red. So if you pay attention, here it is again without it. Here's a normal 99 to 01 taillight. See how it has just clear around the reverse section? And so here it is again now blocked out with that red. So he had never seen it before. He thought it was a little odd. And when he put them on his car, he said that it stood out to him differently, so he didn't like them. He actually returned them. But the question is, were these remakes, or his were actually produced in 2006. We thought maybe that was part of it. Maybe later on they changed it, but as you'll see in the video, that's not the case either. So again, here's what they look like around the amber section. You can see the clear as you look through the tail light, and here it is with the solid red. And, you know, I'm not sure if this would stand out in person as much as in the pictures. Nick definitely said it did. Here's another shot showing you also how the red kind of intrudes differently around the tail light. But anyway, my main thought was I wanted to look at some other Mustangs, and I knew that they were exported to Australia and Japan, where they had to change to the amber color. So as I looked at them, I found that here's one from Australia. It definitely has that solid red patches around the reverse light and the turn signals. And so here's another one for sale that's down in Australia, and it has the same taillights. So these are starting to look like a spec that was actual export taillights. Maybe they had different regulations. Maybe it's a form of a different reflector, although there are reflectors right above it. But here's one from Japan, and I found the same thing. And it didn't matter which years in Japan. I found them from 1999 to 2004. This current one here is the 2003 or 4. And you can see it definitely has the solid patches around the taillights. So this appears to be something that was done for exports specifically. And from all the pictures I'm seeing on cars for sale, all of them that went to Australia or Japan did have that solid patch around it. So anyway, I thought it was kind of interesting. I had never noticed them before. Of course, you don't really have close-up pictures. I had to go looking online for cars for sale in Japan and Australia just to find them, and some of them weren't even that close, but you could barely make it out. So anyway, they also had some really cool things to look at, like the turn signal on the fender, and some changes that they have for export cars, including what would be called as the Cobra folding mirrors for 0304, which was an export thing, a breakaway mirror for narrow streets. That was a regulation. The mirror has to give if you were to hit somebody. But shout out to Nick for bringing this up and showing all of us. I had no idea that they were any different until he showed me. And let me know what you think. Does this make them more desirable or less desirable to have the solid patch? There's probably fewer of those made than all of the stateside 99 and 01 Cobras and all those. And here's a shout out to my friend Steve Ford. He has one of the '02 Cobras. We're good friends, and I looked at his, and sure enough, it appears they have it too, with the solid patch around it. Also, my friend Jake Spector, he's an Australian buddy of mine, and his look like they have it too. I don't have some close-up pictures of him. And I did see that Banana SVT, one of my friends from Instagram over in Kuwait, his has them too. And of course, his is an '04 Cobra. They were added later, so they didn't come that way. And there's several pairs that he has here as he's maybe helping his friends put them in his cars to keep them legal. But his definitely had them as well. And so anyway, it's just something fun to look at, and go check your own car as well and see what you have. Also, my friend SVT over in Dubai noticed that his is an '04 Cobra that they were added as well, and they happen to have the solid red around them too. And right at the end of the video, I decided to go find one from Germany, and it looks like it's the normal ones that do not have the patch around them. So far, Japan and Australia. So anyway, let me know what you think, and if you have amber tail lights, go check them and tell me which ones you have. I'd be interested to see if anybody from the States has the Australia or Japan spec ones, as we'll start to call them now. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and stay tuned for more content. Thanks, guys.